I didn't think you liked educational programs, and yet here you are.
Hey, good looking. Where have you been all my life?
It's okay. We're friendly. Do you want to be friends?
Now, before we do this, let's go over the ground rules. Rule number 1. No touching of the hair or face.
Of course.
And that's it! Now let's do this!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. The stars of the upcoming Sex and the City revival at HBO Max are about to have plenty of cash to buy Cosmopolitans. According to multiple sources, Sarah Jessica Parker, Cynthia Nixon, and Kirsten Davis are all set to bank over $1 million per episode for the 10-episode series. All three are set to star in the show as well as serve as executive producers. Kim Cattrall says she wants nothing to do with the reunion, adding she hates all those people. Meow! Chris Rock has been watching the news, and he wasn't surprised to see the insurrectionists storming the U.S. Capitol building last week. He was on with Stephen Colbert, and things got wild.
It's time for Things I've Learned from Seinfeld.
You asked her out?
Well, not out. She's a prisoner.
How could you ask her out?
Why not?
I remember when you wouldn't date that girl that lived in Queens because you didn't want to go over the bridge.
It was different.
I'll say.
Jerry, I like being with her. Plus, I know where she is all the time. I have relatively no competition. And you know how you live in fear of the poppin'?
The poppin'.
Yeah, no poppin', no in the neighborhood, no I saw your light was on. And the best part is, if things go really well...
Conjugal visit?
Don't jinx it, dude.
That's it for Things I've Learned from Seinfeld.
Well, Trump has to leave D.C. next week. He's bummed about that. In his second term, he'd planned to add 60 luxurious stories to the White House. Meanwhile, despite threats, law enforcement says it will be ready for Joe Biden's inauguration. His biggest fans will protect him with their wall of walkers. New data reveals over 7% of American workers drink during the workday. Way higher right now if your job is located inside a building on Capitol Hill. According to a new study, nearly 80% of people sometimes suspect their coworkers are lying and not really ill when they use a sick day. You know what those people are called, right? Correct. New survey says 2 out of 3 dog owners routinely let their dogs come to bed with them. You know what? I'm okay with my dog being in bed with me. I just wish he'd leave his iPad with his other toys. Time for Nobody Gives a Fact of the day, drinking alcohol improves your ability to speak a foreign language. Finally, an explanation for Johnny Depp getting those movie roles. Hey, shitty pirate movies. Nobody gives a The Daily Mail says conservative news outlets spy on their readers with 73% more cookies and hidden tracking tools. For example, FoxNews.com ranks 17th in original reporting, but first in spying on scared white people. Hey, Tucker Carlson, nobody gives a And Amazon's Jeff Bezos is 57 today. Gee, if only there were a website where I could order an overpriced item with same-day delivery. Hey, Bezos, you greedy bastard. Nobody gives a Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.